What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I've got some videos coming out on the Galaxy S21 Fan Edition. I released one today, some tips and tricks on this phone, so check that out if you're thinking about getting this, or if you just like to see tips and tricks videos. I did a bunch of tips and tricks for this phone. I'll also do my kind of first impressions, initial review for this phone, and a bunch more to coming in the near future. Galaxy S21, this is the 128 gig version with 6 gigs of RAM, so very, very nice phone though thus far. Also, we got a couple of news stories and a handful of questions, so let's dive into the tech news. First, our first story of the day is about the 45-watt charger for the Samsung Galaxy S22 phones that'll be released alongside it. It's not gonna come with the phones, but again, it'll be released alongside. It's a newer 45-watt charger that will be compatible with some of the phones that are gonna be released for the S22 series. And when we look at this tweet from Let's Go Digital / Mark Peters, he tells us a little about the 45-watt USB-C power adapter. The model number is gonna be the EP-T4510. It's 30% more compact. It's gonna have a 1.8 meter USB-C cable supplied. Price is going to be estimated around 50 euros, so it's probably still going to be about 50 bucks here in the United States as well. Taking a closer look at it, you can see 45 watt. This is the European charger, but remove that end part and you'll know what the American version will look like, because we use different connectors on the end of it. And then it has overcurrent protection, temperature protection, robust noise immunity, short circuit protection, low noise operation, and low leakage current. This should launch again with the S22 series of phones in February. Next up is the 1 terabyte version of the Galaxy S22 Ultra with 16 gigs of RAM. What is it going to look like? Because it sounds like it looks like there's only going to be one specific model. And when is it going to be released as well? So let's talk about that. Again, this is coming from Let's Go Digital. They pulled this information from Rotor Super and Ishan Agarwal. But ultimately, 16 gig, 1 gig of storage on here. Looks like it's going to be like a white silverish model with a silver pen. And I like it. It's a cool looking phone. Small little camera bump on the back. That big 6.8 inch display with the squared off edges, 1 terabyte of storage inside, 16 gigs of RAM inside, so it'll definitely be the best performing of all the S22 phones that come out. When it comes out, you can see the camera punch hole at the top in the middle, but then some also, interesting information that has come out about this is that the release date, at least from Super Rotor, is saying Samsung has decided to support the 1 terabyte for only the S22 Ultra. However, the release date is unknown, maybe after February. So if you're looking to get that version of the phone, you might have to wait until after the actual phones come out, all the other ones. Otherwise, you can wait and get the best of the best. But I mean, let's be honest, if you don't need 1 terabyte of storage, getting the 12 gig version of RAM on there, it's probably gonna be very close to the 16 gigs in terms of performance. I wouldn't worry about that part, but if you ultimately need 1 terabyte of storage, you might wanna wait for it. Also remember, the rumors are the 1 terabyte version is not gonna be released everywhere. It's only gonna be released in areas where they sell a lot of phones. So also keep that in mind if you live in a rinky-dink place where it's not very populated or doesn't sell a lot of Samsung phones. It's probably not going to come out there. With that said, let's get to your question of the day. And that question is, what accessories do you plan on buying with your Galaxy S22 series of phones? Earphones, chargers, cases? Let me know in the comments down below. With that said, let's get into the Q&A portion of the video and drop that beat. First question of the day comes from Big Lurch. Do you think it's worth upgrading from the S10 Plus to the S22 Ultra? Big battery life is still good, knock on wood, and just got Android 12 and One UI 4.0. Would love 5G, but I would wait for the S23. If you really want the S Pen integration, I think that's a big reason to upgrade if you love and want the S Pen integration. 5G, I'll be honest, isn't a huge deal versus LTE in a lot of cases, especially when you're just streaming video and downloading stuff. LTE is definitely still plenty fast versus 5G. Sometimes it's even faster than 5G. Having just a more modern phone, you might want that, but I don't know, it's not, again, if you're happy with what you got, I say it all the time, stick with it, and just when you're ready to upgrade, you can always upgrade later, either to the S22 Ultra or even the S23 or 24 or some other phone. And our last question comes from New York's Finest says, now that we know there will be a 1TB S22 Ultra, including the trade-in for my Note Plus, perfect condition, how much do you think S22 Ultra will be? My wife thinks it will go over $1,500 after trade-in. I'm better off waiting for the Pixel Fold. I think if you're talking about the 1TB version, 16 gigs of RAM, yeah, I think that'll be $1,599 before any kind of trade-in or anything like that. I wouldn't even be surprised if it comes out at $1,699, maybe even a little bit more. After trade-in, you're probably still gonna have to pay, I would guess, especially with that phone, over $1,000. I would guess you're probably gonna have to pay somewhere between $1,100, $1,100 to $1,200 after trade-in and taxes, all that, even after the trade-in, everything. So yeah, you might wanna wait for the Pixel Fold. Thanks for your questions. If you have a question, put it in the comments down below and we'll see you down the road. Peace.